Hello my friends and welcome back to our continued blind let's play Ace Attorney Apollo Justice for the PS5. My name is FlightlessBird, this is your story-based gaming channel, and today we continue case 4-4, Turnabout Succession, or Successor. Which one is it? It's one of the two. I do want to say sorry about last episode. I had my audio settings wrong because I was streaming and I forgot to change the settings. So the audio might have seemed a little bit louder than it should have been. But I got it fixed, so all is good. Just gotta remember to put it back the way it was. But anyway, let's jump back into 4-4, shall we? I hope you're all having a wonderful, fantastic day today. I believe we were presenting stuff to Ima. We just did this one. I don't know if we did this one again. There's player blue residue, and she says it's poison. Turns blue when it touches poison. I think I've seen this. There we go. You had to flatten her, and then after flattening her, you had to present the item again. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for Atroquinine. I'm pretty sure I've heard that before. Atroquinine. The deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slow. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Research has shown. Oh, that's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details. I think I get it. You just spray the stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try it too, Ima. Pretty please? You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay, let's give it a whirl, Apollo. Ark! What are you doing? Did you just spray me? I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that again, I'm not poisonous. My hair is not poison. Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Okay, she's got me there. Let's get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Oh, this is cool. Like I said, it's like the luminol thing. Don't say anything so far. Probably going too fast. Let's start with the left and go to the right. Any of the paint's covered in poison. I don't see anything. I don't see anything that would, detect poison. We had a close-up on the desk earlier. But even though we had a close-up on the desk, we don't have anything that's poisonous there. Like I said, maybe the paints? It's my first suspicion. Not finding anything. Nothing with the cups. I wonder how accurate the spray has to be. Like, you can't just spray repeatedly. There's a pause in the spray. The heck? I don't see anything. I'm gonna run out of spray here. Yeah, I literally see nothing. Let me go to the next screen. On the chair, maybe? I don't see anything. I mean, surely there has to be something that lights up, right? Like something that Ima missed? I mean, I've sprayed everywhere. And like, I literally have sprayed everywhere. Not just once, but like twice. So what am I missing? I mean, there's gotta be something here, right? I mean, this isn't just a, oh, practice with spray. No, that has to be like something. But where? This is taking me way too long. It's taking me way too long. Yeah, I don't see a dang thing. Like I said, there's no way that they will let you spray if there wasn't something here. Because that would just be weird. But I've sprayed everything. Everything. Yeah, I've literally sprayed everything. I was thinking maybe poison in the paint or something, but nothing is showing up. Too bad, no reaction there. I'm sure Ima checked out all the likely spots, so there's gotta be an unlikely spot. But where the heck would the unlikely spot be? Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? Yes, I did, like 50 times. I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out, just to be sure. Are you serious? I had to wait until it gave me a close-up of the desk? Oh, come on, game. Oh, hello. What is this? Eek! A reaction, Apollo? Ark! Well, where? The inside of that cute little frame. Look. Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Tussie. I'm known to work magic. Never mind that, I was the one who found it. Tiny frame. Frame measuring 2 inches by 2 inches. Bear traces of deadly poison Atroquinine. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? It looks like we found the other place that was poisoned, in any case. So, Ima, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story of the night of the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you, because there's going to be a witness tomorrow here. I thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Spark? Brushel. Huh. Brushel? He's out to a script to sell for the papers. So a reporter comes to an interview with the painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? It's really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the bit today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's that true, see, that leaves only one other person. Gramarye, Sunshine Coliseum. It wasn't Valid Gramarye by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up here. So he's out interviewing Valid Gramarye. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. What's the card added to the court record? The business card reads, Spark Brushel, freelance journalist. I guess you gotta have a good business card if you work freelance. Really? What's this? A camera lens finder? Do reporters take photos too? I guess if he's freelance, he'd have to. Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney. You'd always win. Then I would always lose too. Oh wait, why don't I become a rock star too while I'm at it? Like Clavier. What the? Top dollar for info, that look. Nothing about the, oh wait, we got one more thing. Selected that twice. My bad. Buttons are hard. Okay, nothing on this either. Anything new to talk about? Nope. Alright, let's head to the Sunshine Coliseum. I don't see the reporter anywhere. So, a journalist was here on his story. All lives in the universe are above a stage. All pains seek to commit specific to the paper. His name was Brushel. Brushel. I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel, that cloying smell of mint when it smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? Mr. Bushel, journalist. A man by the name called on me just now. Just now? Fallon's vision is always toward tomorrow. Fallon's feet step always forward. That is all. That's all? Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes. I wanted someone to cover it. Yet, the idea is only for the incident. That incident. In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. Sir Peter has died, what of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magical comedy. I don't think a person's life is equal to your magic show, buddy. Uncle Valent, do you know where the reporter went? I recommend he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Why do you see that card? Sure. You will tear apart my respectability. I will tear apart him. Oh, here comes Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick. He just tore up my evidence. Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. Huh? What happened to the big magic? Ha 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 ha! Is it not a more miraculous way to save it? He must have really not liked that journalist. Now, the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Mr. C. Thanks, Uncle Valent. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valent react like this to the envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. Yep. I agree. October 7th, detention center. Visitor's room. I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. Oh, this is a reporter. No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter? Oh my gosh. Look at this guy. Alright. Don't even know where to begin with him. Well, hi there. How you doing? How might you be? Sorry. We didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You're Justice, you? You know me? Well, do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down, witnesses will stay until they smell the beans. End quote. But that's not true. What's he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Well, you're Takeshi. Eh? Am I famous? Oh yeah. Takeshi Wright hits carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties, end quote. Eek! That's so not true. Just hold on to breeches there. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. The guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Oh, wee, what a pickle. Accused want to talk. Had to interview someone or go plump crazy. End quote. Huh? I should have guessed. Where are my manners? I'm not picky. Journalist that just closes his eyes, writes, end quote. Was that nauseatingly strong mid-spell every time he grins? Well, until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild bump through crossroads of mayhem madness, end quote. I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Anything new to examine? Nope. Right. Well, let me go on the record here. Yes? I know what you're going to say. Question, take this. Fight for the column. End quote. I don't think so. Look, buddy, I write brilliant columns about one thing. And that's food. Try to understand. What could he possibly be writing? You didn't listen to what I said. Okay, so he's got a long fail state, unfortunately. This guy is something else. I didn't mean to look at that. Maybe I should just talk to him? Nah, I always go through the same process. You never know what you're gonna find, and that's the thing about Ace Attorney. If you're missing like one thing, well then everything else goes up in smokes. He's got this weird personality to him. I mean, he's got a toothbrush that he uses to, like, I don't know, comb his hair. His tie is like, what's even the point of wearing that tie? Just I don't know, this guy is very weird indeed. Nothing wrong with weird, but still. Why does he have a ruler in his pocket? What's with the bottles? And why is his lower face blue? Like, what causes that? Well, I'm almost through all the evidence here. Is he the murderer? He's definitely quirky, but does that equate to villain? Alright, talk. Spark Bushel. So, Mr. Bushel, you're a journalist? Ah, me? Look, let me say one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here. End quote. Okay. For instance, do you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly! I knew you'd understand! Huh? 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 The night of the crime. So, the night of the murder? You were at Drew's studio? No, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy, real busy, always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back, end quote. I can understand that philosophy, but... You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you had to get them to the guy at the airport. True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away too? Exactly! See, it's the same thing. What is... I don't get this guy. This guy is so confusing. The interview. So, you went to do a story on Daru Misham, and he never had a story done about him before? That's right! Look, let me state one thing for the record here. What? I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place? Well, yes? Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with famous ketchup. You think the burger guy's going to tell me where he got it? At the supermarket, maybe? Exactly! See, that's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one, yeah. He's not going to tell us his source. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote. Right. Guess we'll leave then. Ah, but since you're here, I might as well tell you a tidbit of news I just saw, just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us, just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup. When in an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from Art Designer's Gallery, end quote, I believe it was. Famous oil painting stolen from Art Designer's Gallery. Huh. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach? And we know that painting. Journalists get smell scoop better than burgers. End quote. So do I have to present him with the peach? Ah, right. Let me go on the record here. Yes? I know what you're going to say. Russell, take this. Right bullet column. End quote. Oh wait, that's the same thing. So... they're all the same. So what do I do now? Go back to Drew's studio, apparently. October 3rd, Drew's studio. Well, how did it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. Well, what's that with the scary face you're making? And what's with the I know something but I'm not telling face you've got going, Ema? Yeah, huh? This painting came from behind that dresser. Yes, so? It was stolen, no? Huh. I was hoping you would have figured that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger. Oh, really? That's why he was trying to copy the painting. A forger? So, what exactly is a forger? Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as a real article. It's a crime, of course. So, Drew Misham was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like practice for the real thing? Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage? But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished project is going to look like, after all. Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I bought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really needed to go to such lengths. Seeing as how one of the paintings will only have finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Rizer's rough sketches. Kinda like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True, that would be interesting. And maybe valuable for our case. You should try buttering it up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask Ema to help us out. So now we need to present what? All the portraits? I kind of want to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out. I mean, let's check it out. We got all three of them here. Going the wrong way. Does sound like Pac-Man, doesn't it? Well, that game Cubert, was it? Maybe? This is really cool how you can do this. Oh, hello? It's a painting of people playing cards. Okay, let's put this one out. That's totally different than what we had before. What? What the heck? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like this, mine, didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted to do for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch. But not what it looked like. Ah, I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out of a sketch entirely. Then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Misham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. You think we could check out one of the other paintings? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? I do, actually. Let's go to the, not pufferfish one. The porcupine fish. I really love how the image comes together bit by bit. It's like a house. Oh, what's with the face on the right? Okay, let's put this out. This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden. You think I could just look at one of the last one of these? Fine by me, knock yourself out. So does that mean he was a forger though? Because if it was a forger, then the background would be the same as the foreground, right? But the one playing cars was exactly like the first case, though. The heck is this? The heck is that? That was the last case that we just did. Was the second painting the second case? Okay, let's put this one out. That's a guy playing a guitar on a tower. And he's on fire. What the heck? What the heck is all this? Okay, I love it when the protagonists are on the same page. I hesitate to ask, why are you getting so excited? Are you sure your device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation? Trissy, look at all these 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? Oh, I just realized that's him pulling the cart. That is the second case. Ah! Now you're both wet as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand, yeah. And then the events that transpired during the governor's concert. What the heck? What could it mean? That's what I want to know. How could he have done those things? And why? That's what I want to know, exactly! I love when the protagonists are on the same page. Wait, is there Misham? This is very, very, very weird. What the heck is going on here? Your father? Give me a break! Does that seem even remotely possible to you? I never even heard of any Drew Misham before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But there were my cases drawn out on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew Misham? And what did he have to do with me? I have no idea. This is what? What? Okay, continue on? Yes, just for a little bit at least. I'll probably get to like the first testimony, even if it's early on. and I'll probably stop there. Because I do have stuff I need to do today. I have a friend coming over, but I could go a little bit longer. October 8th, 9:48 a.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 6. Good morning. So you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy Wright. That's right with the W, but not right, right? That'd be really hard to understand. More on your side. You can tell us anything, please? Good morning. Huh? She speaks. She speaks. Not bad. But I think you do better with a little more smile, you know? You're so pretty. You need to sell yourself, you know? Trucy, let's take it easy for starters. She's very pretty. I like the hair. That is adorable. Like, so adorable. That is absolutely adorable. I love this picture. This is a great picture. Thank you for taking my case. Huh? Okay, well that's a start, I guess. There she goes with the nail polish again. That's great, really. It's so cultured. Want to try? Oh, really? Girls. The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger, and his stolen painting was found in his studio. A life of crime, really. And maybe one that led to his death. But then how do we square up the paintings that we found underneath? October 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Clavier is here. Well, we will now, begin the trial of, Vera Misham. Is the judge okay? His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like... Mom. Well, the repercussions of today's trial will, most likely be, felt for a long time. And, may indeed alter our legal system forever. Today is a test of the justice system, and the first step toward a new order in our courts. Daddy's secret mission? The Chartist will function like a jury. It is hoped that the inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will. Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom then? Good question. 3 closed-circuit cameras watch this courtroom at all times. Besides, it's easier on the budget of the game if we do that. The jurists will have access to everything that transpires. Jurists, Judge Vale and Judge Cool. Well, now, see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that. My apologies, Herr Judge. Jurist. Today, judge today's trial, coolly, if you would be so kind. The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings. And we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. The details of the case, if you would. The victim is the painter Drew Misham. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned by whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham. Objection! There wasn't any poison in the coffee. Achtung, someone has been doing the homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself. The mug? Residue was, found on the rim, I see. The autopsy report describes a manner on a victim's death. I don't know how reliable these are. Well, the court accept this as evidence. Is that okay? Yeah. Bishop's autopsy report added to the court record. Death by Atroquinine poisoning. Estimated time of death 9 to 9:30 p.m. I know I've seen that word before. Like, that word is so, like, such a different word. I believe Clavier said it once. Like, in an earlier case. But it never came up again. Our victim's name, Drew Misham. I almost said Darth Misham. Drew Misham, age 52, male. Time of death, October 6, between 9 and 9:30. Cause of death, atroquinine poisoning. According to this report, well, the victim's death was caused by atroquinine poisoning. A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 milligrams. A touch of atroquinine in the body is the touch of the vapor scythe. Very well. Prosecutor Gavin, you may present your witness. I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety. That journalist, no doubt. The witness will state his name and occupation. Ah, right! Well, for starters, my name is Smirk Bushel. My job is a lone observer of the world. In other words, a freelance journalist, right? Ahem. If you don't mind, I'd like to say something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Bushel. I dislike conclusions, specifically the aspect of jumping to the conclusions. Great conceptions make Park's sandbox of endless desert waste, end quote. But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday. Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand before you today a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turns Mr. Bushel into that Mr. Bushel, end quote. Well, let's hear your testimony then, shall we? A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out. Witness testimony. The journalist's story. Well, I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier, journalistic history made, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. Well, that does sound like a simple case. Well, unless you were the one who poisoned him. Oh, finally the judge has like some claws. How about that? Oh, what are you saying, Judge? Need I remind you the cameras, they're rolling today. I felt the need to be a bit dramatic. You didn't do it, did you? Huh? Like that? Come on! Well, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. I know, wild accusations, rock courtroom, end quote. Ha 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 ha. Vok, indeed. Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun. I'm so happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice. Your cross-examination, if you please. The journalist's story. I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. 9 o'clock at night? Isn't that a little late for an interview? If the great painter Drew Misham says come at 9 o'clock, well, believe you me, I go at 9 o'clock. The first, and as it turned out, the last interview was such a prolific painter. Right. Can you tell us what it was like when you arrived? The first outsider into the atelier, journalistic history made, end quote. You were the first reporter ever in Drew's studio? Posterity will look back on the night as a turning point in journalistic history. A basically insignificant step for all mankind, but a giant step for that Bushel guy, end quote. If no one on the outside ever had access to the studio, then it would serve to reason that the deed was done by an insider. By which he means Vera did it. So, how does epoch-making interview go? His starter brought us coffee right after we started. Would you mind being a little more specific? Oh, let me tell you, I enjoy a cuppa. In fact, it all began when I was in 3rd grade. No, wait, 4th grade. That's not what I meant. I believe I know what her forehead is driving at. This coffee the victim was served. Did anyone other than the defendant touch it? Right, that's what I was going to say, really. Well, now if you got a question to ask, you best straight up ask it. Well, that's what I tell all the new recruits several times if necessary. Write for a grade schooler. That's my motto. Which isn't to say I can only write grade school level stuff, mind you. Oh, come on. Who touched the coffee? I don't know. I was in the back looking at the studio's equipment when she served it. The dots. And what happened next? And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. Oh, go back. What's this about a star falling? Star falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money over. Zowie, you don't know? Well, that's like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away, a star falls, get it? But there's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. Does this matter? Oh boy, this is good stuff, How about star breaks? Nah, lacks punch. I know, star dies, nah, lacks imagination. Of course, you could always go with Drew dies, straight to the point, I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. The moment of death. About when Mr. Mission passed away. Oh boy, what a scene that was! He put his coffee mug down with the crash, right? Yes, and then? Then the cold finger of death touches his spine. Lice flame sputters and falls. So cold was that touch, he could do naught but tremble uncontrollably. Actually, Lice flame is a little bit tired. Lice river froze over. Yes, that's a go. I think he's starting his article already. Could you describe that a little more simply? Well, as you can imagine, I was pretty surprised. He hit the floor, as they say. Artistic teacher is final performance, end quote. Atroquinine paralyzes the central nervous system. The body arches back like a bow. The name's Tambo. Well, that's quite enough of that. You're gonna scare people away. Some of us want to be able to sleep tonight. Yeah, like me. Oh yeah, well, I want details. Lots of juicy details. For that, you can listen to our last year's hit single, Atroquinine, My Love, by the Governors, available at all major music outlets. That's where I heard that name. Remember, because I was confused because I said, is Atroquinine like his lover or his wife or his girlfriend or something like that? Yeah. The point here is that the victim died of atroquinine poisoning. Well, Mr. Justice, how did you find that testimony? I have no idea. I'm gonna say not important so I can look at the other three. The other two. You think that moment of Mr. Death would be important, but Mr. Bushel's story really didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. Very well, please continue with the testimony. Gotta skip through this to get to part 2. Come on, you never showed up. There we go. Bushel's coffee. So you drink the coffee that Vera served you too? Of course! When someone serves you coffee, you drink it! That's what my old boss always used to say. Never did get what he meant by it though. But you're still alive, which is to say you didn't die. Of course not! No point falling before you're a star. End quote! That's not exactly what I was getting at. But what you're getting at then, you know the poison was on the Vim, not in the cafe. Oh yes, yes! There were 2 cups on the tray she bought. And one of the cups had Drew's signature painted on the side. No chance to guess would take that one by mistake, I guess. Well, Mr. Justice, I'm gonna say no so I can do the other one. So Bush will drink the coffee too. Doesn't look like it's going to lead to much. Very well, please continue the testimony. I don't know what to, what I'm going to be pressing him on now. I know. The Stars coffee. You say Mr. Mishram had the coffee too? But did you actually see him drink the coffee? Of course! He who sees it wins, but he who says wins it bigger. End quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog in the It's About It world, yet? Well, I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. He had one so-called sip, if that. Man puts lips to mugs, drinks, end quote. That poison is quite virulent, I hear. My stomach did a so-called somersault, since I gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there. Some kind of so-called trick? Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Does this guy have a pause button? Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable? I mean, he did say that he didn't see it drink it, right? The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over? Oh, yes, you can go to press with that one. Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony. Very well, the witness will add this to his testimony. Vital, right! He had one sip at that. The next moment, he was on the floor. Hold it! So he either took a sip or he didn't, and then fell over? Oh yes, indubitably! Just like that, wham, bam! So Mr. Mischief drank the coffee and fell over immediately. I think Bushell's telling the truth too. Should I get him to talk about something else? I think this one's probably the most important one because we do have the coffee mug in our inventory. Nothing else really would help with that. But we still have the final statement too. The problem with the testimony is already pretty obvious. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. Hold it! Can you say that for sure? For sure? Sure, I'm sure. Drew's studio isn't a big place, kiddo. I knew it if someone else had come in. What if they had been hiding in there from before? Objection! Even if someone had been hiding in the studio, they hardly could have poisoned the mug without anyone noticing. You think I spoke Blushel? But miss something as obvious as that? No! No way! He sure makes it sound exciting. I guess that's his job. There's only one moment we need to focus on, really. The moment when Drew Mishram died? Exactly. There has to be something there. So the moment when he died would be this one. Yeah, one sip at that, the next moment he was on the floor. And the only evidence that we have to present here is the coffee mug itself. Objection! Yeah. I mean, that's kind of an obvious statement because there's only one thing that could have worked in that situation. You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, Atroquinine. Oh, Prosecutor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dosage of 0.002 mg paralyzes the central nervous system. Well, if you drank that, even you, Mr. Justice, will be reduced to a quivering pile. Why are you using me as an example? Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information. An omission? Atroquinine is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because Atroquinine is slow acting. Really? Yeah, it's slow act. Oh, it was right there in my It was right there. Okay. That... I mean, it's the only obvious thing to do is to choose the coffee tuck on that statement. But now I realize if I just read the description, it would have made perfect sense. I mean, if the Atroquinine is still acting, then there's no chance he would have died instantly. Okay, it's a typical you get the right answer, but you got it right in the wrong way type thing. That's happened to me a lot before in the past. Slow acting? What? According to one forensic scientist, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body, establishing slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Mischief sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Look how he stands. Order, order! What's the meaning of this? What the defense says is correct? Why, that contradicts the entire testimony we just heard. Well, Mr. Marshall, anything to say on the record? Oh, slow acting? S-L-O-W-A-S-C-T. It was violent, though. Even then, it had already begun to get its claws into the journalist. He's working on his scoop? It's Brushel, y'all. Here, Brushel. Let's take a trip down back memory lane. Huh? Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital. Alright, that's a good stopping point right there. Much love to you all, my friends. Hope you have a wonderful, fantastic, amazing, awesome day. We'll be back here very, very soon with more blind Let's Play Ace Attorney Apollo Justice, the remaster for the PS5. Until then, so long, and take care. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you'd like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. But before we go, please remember that you matter, and you are brilliant, and you are loved, and you should always be true to yourself. Never let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly, feathered, flightless bird.